Hi guys, good to have you all back, or maybe you're new to the channel. Welcome. I have loads of new subscribers. Let me do a quick short introduction. My name is Margaret. I am from the Netherlands, which makes me Dutch, hence the funny Dutch accent now and then. And I love paper crafting, especially everything that has to do with junk journaling. And on the weekends, I'm a vintage treasure hunter. I'm a collector of anything and everything. So welcome to my channel. Hope you enjoy the videos. If you do, give them a thumbs up. And if you have not yet, please subscribe. That'll be so much appreciated. Now, before I start today's video, guys, a big thank you to all of you out there. So last week we have all together, hopefully, been celebrating my 50k subscribers milestone. Yes, and I closed out with the long-awaited, highly anticipated, frequently requested craft room tour. You've been asking me for this for the past couple of years, and I've been postponing it because I was a little bit nervous to make it. It's a different type of making a video for me. The camera's here, it's steady, and I'm just doing my thing, but it's all handheld. And also it was very personal because I'm gonna give you a glimpse into my home and my craft room and my happy place. But y'all loved it. Thank you so much for the kind comments, lovies. I know y'all want to live with me now. I know. Now, just to make sure that you're not like, oh my gosh, do I need this much stuff? You don't. You don't. Actually, I do not recommend it. I have been collecting craft supplies and vintage treasures for the past 7 years. Yes. And the craft room reorganizing is an ongoing thing. I've been doing it for the past 5 years. So if you're not there yet, please don't even go here. It will take over your life completely. You have enough, believe me. Okay, with that said, lovies, let's do the last video, well, my last video for Scraptember. So my last prompt is flower, which is lovely. I love flowers, especially if they're on paper and outside in nature. I am a person that doesn't enjoy flowers in my home unless it's wallpaper. I don't know, they die. You can watch them die. No. So no to flowers, real ones, in my house. But flowers on paper, yes, please. You can go any direction with this prompt, guys. Make a lovely project, put a flower image on it, and you're done. You can make envelopes, tags, labels, you name it. Or use a paper with a flower pattern, or, spell out the word flower. You can do whatever. I am going to do something sort of different. Yeah. This is actually going to be, this should be a simple video, but every time I say simple video, that turns out completely different. I am actually going to make paper flowers. Yeah. Never made paper flowers. Now, there are a gazillion tutorials out there, and over the past couple of years, I probably watched a couple of them, but I did not rewatch them for this purpose. I did look up a couple of pictures like paper flowers, on Pinterest and such. So I'm going off on tutorials from memory years ago or images. But we're going to try to make some paper flowers. What am I using? Well, scraps, guys, Scraptember. So scrap pieces of paper, all sorts. If you have a die cut machine and you have flower dies, use them. I am specifically not going to use them. I am, however, going to use a couple of tools, yeah? So for the tools, I'm using circle punches. I have a couple of sizes of circle punches. That'd be lovely. I have a big one, but the one that I'm going to use the most is probably like the 1-inch circle punch that I'm going to use the most. Ruler, knife, glue, scissors. Yes, I have a paper trimmer because I want to make small strips of paper. I'm going to cut small strips of paper, equal sizes. Then for scissors, I have out, well, scissors, there you go. Let me grab them. I have a couple of I call these children's scissors, with the sort of the designs on them. Yeah, I have too many, I know, but I might want to use these. For other tools, I have buttons out, cutesy buttons, and brads, unusual ones. I have a couple of boxes with big brads that I've bought many years ago when I was thinking, let's do a little bit of scrapbooking or card making. Yeah, never did this. So unusual brads, either thingies. buttons already mentioned. I have Drippy out. I might also use some colored inks from Mr. Tim Holtz for some distressing to add a little bit of color to book pages. Maybe. Do not know yet. Yeah? But honestly, loves, if you have a circle punch, a paper trimmer, or a ruler and a knife, you can make most of these flowers. I'm going to try to do different ones. Oh my goodness, what are you doing? We don't know. Making paper flowers. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, fantastic. Let's start with the first idea that I have. I forgot to mention, I'm also going to use my tiny attacher or just a stapler, guys. You're going to need, well, I think it will help. The stapler will help. The first project. Okay, I'm going to use a book page. Take out any book page that you have. Don't use heavy paper, loves. Thinner paper for this, because we're not going to do a little bit of folding and such. So thinner paper. This is a foreign language book page. Yeah. And I'm going to make strips of them. Strips. That's why I have my paper trimmer out. I just want to make strips with the... I'm going to do it this way. Yeah. Straighter edge. I'm just going to make strips that are like 1/4 inch. I just really like this writing. So they don't all need to be the same size. Like about a 1/4 inch. How many are you making? I don't even know how many I'll use, but probably at least 10. I don't know. I'm just going to cut some strips of paper. Maybe you already have like paper strips because, well, it's in your scraps. I was looking for them. I do have paper strips, but they're a lot bigger than this. I'm going to take out this white one. Unless, oh, there's writing on the other side. There's writing on the other side, love. You don't even need to throw that one out. How many do I have? Well, probably enough. Now, these are all the same length as well. Lengthwise, the bigger the piece of paper, the bigger the flower, right? Do you want measurements? You can get some measurements if you want to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5 inches. Yeah? Okay. Here's what I'm doing. I am going to make it. This is going to be like kindergarten, guys. And that's where everything goes wrong, for sure. So I have lots of small strippies. I've made them all from the same page, but if they're all different pages, different colors, yay. Yay. Here's what I'm doing. I'm just going to put some glue on the end and I'm going to make loops. Now, I do want a couple of different sizes of these. So let's just see how that will work. I want smaller ones and bigger ones. We're going to make circles from 1/4 inch strippies of paper. Well, so far easy, right? Yeah. I do feel like I'm in kindergarten. I know we used to make these from bigger pieces and then we took out a new one and we made a chain of these like this, right? Can you remember? If you're a Dutchie, probably, because everyone did this in kindergarten or preschool. Our school system in the Netherlands is different, guys. Yeah. We have kindergarten. Well, it's different now. I'm older. Different styles. But when I was younger, you had kindergarten. I'm going to make a couple of them a little bit shorter. How? Yeah, just gonna take off a couple of pieces, just a tiny bit shorter. Another one? Yeah. So while I'm gluing this, let me try to explain how the Dutch schooling system works. When you're very young, yes, you go to kindergarten up until like you're 5 or 6 years old. Well, when I was young, when you're 6, you go to, I don't know, elementary school? I think it's called elementary school. Lagere school, elementary school. And then every year, you move up a class. They used to be called classes. First class, second class, up until 6. Now it's groups. I don't know. I don't have children, guys, so I am not very familiar with how it works now. So up until you're about 12 or 13. And then normally you would go to high school, right? Well, what we do is, well, what we did was we have a test to sort of test your level of knowledge. And according to your level of knowledge, you choose another school, and they're different ones. Ones are very sort of, broad, like normal broad education, but others are way more. I'm gonna make some shorter ones. For a certain occupation. Yeah, I did all the sort of more general ones. Let's just say general. And then you have levels in there as well. And that's most of the time for 3 or 4 years. And then you can go to university. Yeah, that was not really my thing. So yes, we don't have one high school. We have several high schools with different levels of education. Yeah. As if, that's the thing, guys. Just, you're 12, right? Do you know what you want to become when you're 12? When you grow up? Of course you don't. I still don't. Well, become a paper crafter. I have become a YouTuber. The word did not even exist when I was 12. And another small one. I have some left. I might use a couple of other ones. Yeah? So, smallies, medium, these. I'm gonna make one more longer one. Experiment, love. This is an experiment. Yes? Do you have all your circles ready? Okay. Let's make this into a flower. I'm going to start with the bigger circles, the bigger ones. This is where I glued it down. So I'm just gonna press this down. Not in the corners, loves, on the ends, but in the center. And I'm going to make them crisscross. See what I'm doing? Yes. And one like this. There we go. This is fiddly work. Yes, I know. Hope you enjoyed this. Another big one. Where's the... There we go. So I'm going to start with bigger ones, and then there's a sort of a bigger one. And then I want them all sort of crisscross. Don't let go. Do not let go. Medium. Oh, we have enough. Medium one. This is a smaller one. And this one. Small? Small. One more. With feeling. Don't move them. Don't move them. Oh, I need one here. There's a gap here. We do not want the gap. Small one. Yeah, guys. There you go. Small one. Keep it there in the center. Yes. It's already flower. Looks like a flower, right? Now, I might have seen this tutorial or at one point, but I just looked at a picture of it and I'm like, well, do this. Does it work? It did. I squished this one. Don't squish it. Don't squish it. Do I have a pencil? Don't squish it. There we go. Oh my gosh, it's lovely. It's lovely, but we need something in the center. Now, here's what you can do. So in the center of the flower, you could add a brad, a button, a small. I have these small little fabric flowers. They're in a white color, so they're boring. But you could add a little thing or an eyelet or whatever. You can do whatever. Look at those. I don't know. Is that lovely? Ooh. Ladybug. But I'm going to add a button. Now I think I want to keep this one very neutral. So I have some neutral wooden buttons. Smally, please. Yes. Yes, there you go. I have Drippy out. Drippy, in case you don't know, is my small glue gun. Do we want something else? I have more. Oh, look at that. Way too big. That would have been lovely in the center. Also too big. So shank button. New. Just one of those, loves. Just one of those. There we go. On top. It's just lovely. I like it. Imagine this with different papers. Yeah, different colors. Really cool. Do you want to try another sort of technique? Let's do another one. So for this one, I'm using my 1-inch circle punch and well, I have a piece of map out. But guys, could be anything you want, anything you want. I want mine to have a little bit of color. So I'm going to punch 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. You could use different size of circle punch, lovies. If you don't want small flowers, you want bigger flowers, use a bigger one. Yeah? Okay, one of them is going to be the center. The other ones are going to be folded. You don't need to fold them. This is a fancier technique, I guess. I don't know. I'm just going to fold it in half. Yes, and only pinch the bottom part here. Yeah, then I'm going to fold a piece up at an angle up until where we scored it, we creased it. Yes, and also the other part. So we're making petals. I'm going to try to have them sort of at equal size. See, a petal. Now, here's what I'm doing. Drippy. I might even use some glue stick because I might need to want to reposition them. I'm going to make 4 first. Are you? I don't know. I've never done this before, guys. I think I'm going to make 4 first. I don't know. They need to be glued on like so. But I also need to make sure that they will all fit on here. Is that going to be a problem? Should have watched the tutorial. I know. You can see it already taken shape. Right, yeah. 2 more. I love the colors that I've used. Those are really lovely. And then the last one. Oopsie. I think, isn't it lovely? I think it's very, very lovely. You can make 2 of them. Yes, a bigger one on the bottom to make it a little bit bigger or give it a little bit more dimension. I am going to use art glitter glue. Yeah, it'll be fine. I'm not going to glue these together or down or whatever. Oops. Another one. Where they all still fit. There we go. Trying to line them up there. Where I made the folds, see? Yeah, fits. There's the tiniest bit of space in between the small petals for me to make it fit. You could do this with just plain circles, but this, See, it gives it a little bit of a dimension. Oh my gosh, that looks like Japanese paper folding art, right? Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I really love it. What are you going to put in between? A brad. I think a brad. Just, I think just a simple one, not a big one. Is that too big? Oh no, I love the color. Taking out my pokey tool. Hoping everything is dry. Oh, I love these. Yes, I'm not gonna push it all the way down because I really want to have the, see the dimension on here. That's so cool. Oh, pretty. Imagine it with different paper. I want to make another one. Do you want to make a bigger one? Shall we make a bigger one? Yeah, I'm taking out a bigger circle punch and a different kind of paper. I know it's not a map, but it's more like a street map and the colors are different, and I have a bigger, I just have a lot of these, you guys, so I just really want to use these. Are you going to do it on this side so the other side is white? Yeah, I think so. I really want to have sort of a contrast on the petals on the front. 2, 3, 4. This is from Germany. I think so. 6. 6s. There we go. Okay. 1.5 inch. Let's see what this will look like. I like there's the writing on the other side. Oh, and a little bit of map. Maybe you have a bunch of circles already. Somewhere. I do have a bunch of circles somewhere. But they're mostly from scrapbook paper. I think that'll be too heavy. This would work perfectly, guys, with magazines. Yes, a little bit glossy. Perfect. Or you could also do very thin paper like dictionary paper or newspaper. I do believe that the thinner paper works a little bit better in this case. And the last one. Salzburg. That's not in Germany. I also see Prague on here and Linz. Switzerland? Might be Switzerland. I don't really know, guys. Oh, that's going to be lovely. That's going to be lovely. Shall we first try it out if it all fits? Like doing a puzzle. Yeah, it does. Ah, it's lovely. One. Now, how to use them? Yeah, well, embellishments, love. If they're really, really bulky, like the first one, really dimensional, like these, I would put this on a journal cover, on a journal cover topper. Or if you're a card maker or scrapbooker, that'll work fantastic. If you want to have it more on like a page, let's have a little bit more room here. On a page in your journal, I would recommend making these. These are less bulky. Will it all fit? It will all fit. What are you going to put in the middle? Not a black one. That's just boring. I have, oh, I also have those. They're actually eyelets, but I'm not going to use them as eyelets because I don't think I can reach the center. I might be able to reach the center. Not even close. Not even close. So no, I do have a big bite. I could take out my big bite. I'm not going to. Let's just see. Do you want to do something orange? I have these. I do not know what these are for. I found them in a thrift shop. I'm going to put this in and then add a bread as well. Yes. Poke itu. Oh, there. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, make a bunch of them. Yes, in a cluster. So cute, right? Do you have another idea? I have another idea. Let's do another idea. So for the next one, you can use fancy stuff. And by fancy stuff, I mean if you have circle, like nesting dice, circle dice, or all the size of circle punches, because I want to make, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to make 5 different sizes of circles. You know, bigger ones, smaller ones. 5 different sizes. Now, if you don't have all the fancy stuff, I'm going to show you how to do it without the fancy stuff. Just take objects that are circular, yeah, and different sizes. So I'm going to use this as a template. I will need this for this one. And I'm also, you can do this with normal scissors, but I'm going to use one of the children's scissors. And it's going to be really, really wonky, but that's quite right. In this case, we want wonky. That's the biggest one. Then we have this one. Just round objects. Well, flat round objects. And this one, you want 5 circles while you only have 4 on your desk. Oh, guess what? The last one has 2 circles. Really? Yes. Because you have this one. But you also have this one. And this one. Now, here's what you can do. Take out your scissors and just cut them all out. Yeah? I'm going to take out one of these scissors. Because, well, because I want them wonky. Now, honestly, guys, I am very much rubbish with these scissors. But that's okay. They don't need to be perfect circles. They do need to cut. Do you cut? I like them to be a little bit raggedy. Try to make it sort of circular. See, there you go. Now, I did not buy these in a craft shop or whatever, guys. Sometimes I find them in a thrift shop and they need to be very, very cheap, because also most of the times they don't really work, and I just don't use them. So to be honest, I don't pick these up anymore if I find them. I have 9 of them, which should be enough. I do recommend, however, if you can find it, a good pair of pinking shears, right? Pinking shears are, I'm going to show you the one that I have. Now, if you have one that you use for sewing, yes, don't use it on paper, because it will make your scissors dull. Yes, I learned that. Well, I did not even learn it the hard way. I used to work in the bridal fashion, and all the seamstresses that did the sewing had their own scissors. And if you just even touch the scissors, like, no, I just need to cut this piece, and they were like, no. Never ever use your fabric scissors on paper or vice versa, because they will get dull. Well, that's what they told me, so I wouldn't dare. I would not dare. Are we going to use a little bit of ink on this? Yes, I'm going to use a little bit of ink on this. You could also just tear them. I am flipping them over because I do not want to erase all the pencil marks. That's just a me thing. Yeah? What color do we want? Pick a color, any color. Fossilized, oh no, dried marigold. Dried marigold. Yeah, sure. Do I have one of my brushes that would work with dried marigold? It would. So, I'm just doing the edges. That's maybe a lot. Just the edges, love, the edges. Also puts a little bit more emphasis on the sort of the design scissors that we used. You could use different colors as well for the layers. I'm just being boring and using one color. But we're using up scraps. Definitely are. Now, it's probably self-explanatory. I'm gonna layer them, stack them. But I don't want to do just this, because I think that is just boring. So here's what I'm doing. I'm gonna do a little bit of the crunching. Just, yeah, crunch them up a little bit. Okay, we're gonna start with this one. Yes, then this one. You want to scrunch a little bit more? Yes, just scrunch it, scrunch it. You don't need to use a color on this. You could just use, you know, vintage photo or something like it. And then the last one. There's no ink on here. There we go. Lovely. What are you going to put in the center? That might be a little bit too big. Heart shape. Oh yeah, sure. There we go. Now, when it's all finished now, all together, so I'm just gonna try to add a little bit more dimension to it. Just, you know, fold it, scrunch it. If you're using it within a journal, you might want it more flat. But I really like the idea of, oh my gosh, I love this one. Of doing it this. Ta-da! Quick, right? Yeah, and easy. And this is just book pages. Use it with any paper that you have. Let's just say you do have a circle punch. Any circle punch will do. I just used my 1-inch circle punch and some digitals. They are single-sided. I made all the same squares. I am going to ink them. Not necessary at all, but it's printed on white paper. So that's lovely. Just random pieces, lovies. It could have an image on there. It could have text on there. You can combine colors. You can do whatever you want to. So if you have small pieces of digitals left, you don't want to throw it out, just punch circles. You could do this in advance, lovies, because, you know, you could use a circle here and there in like a cluster or a collage or on a label or butterfly. Yeah, why not? So that's what you could also do with your scraps. Just make them into shapes that you can use for different projects. Okay, and we're just gonna sort of stack some of them and make them into a flower. Right? It's a flower. You can glue it. Oh, but I have this one out. So, oops. Don't move, don't move. Why are y'all moving? Don't move. There you go. That's sort of a flower. Well, I could have used another one. What are we going to put on it? Small button. Something pink. Ooh, lovely little star. That's a shank button. That won't really work. A heart. Oh, I like this one. Oh yeah, lovely colors. Lovely colors. Now you could also sew it on if you want to. Sure, if you want to, you can sew it on. I'm just gonna glue it on. Let's make another one while Drippy is heating up. And by all means, make these well, I think the best thing to do is have all the petals in the same size, but make different ones with different sizes. I want the butterfly on here. I need one more. Yes. Please, please stay. Oh, this one doesn't want to stay on. Stay. But now it's not in the spot that I want it. Oh, yes, very smart. You could also, here's what you could do. I'm gonna do it differently. Yes. Glue. Honestly, just glue them on like we did with the other ones. That is just way easier. You can overlap them. Oh, that was already a flower. Do you want to put something behind it? I'm missing one here. Don't know if I like this. I think I like it better if we do it that way. But hey, it is what it is. And I have Drippy out. There you go, Drip. You're going to have this one. I don't really like these, to be honest. Well, when the button is on, it looks a little bit better. I'm definitely missing one here, right? Yeah, but it's too big. It doesn't want to fold in anymore, so I'm just gonna do this. See? Fixed it. There we go. It just was missing one petal. Now it no longer misses a petal. Hopefully. You did not ink it. Yeah, yes. That happens. Simple. Honestly, I like the other ones better. Okay, another experiment. But I do believe I saw either Natasha Treasure Books, 49 Dragonflies, or any of the big channels do this before, for sure. Tina, Shabby Dabby Doodah. This is, guys, these are not none of them are my ideas. I just don't remember where I saw some of them. Now, these are scrappy papers from 6x6 single-sided paper pads that when would I ever use this? Well, apparently to make flowers. Now I need squares, but not this big. Not this big of a square. Also, you don't need to really measure them out. I need smaller squares. I'm just going to make them 4x4. One is going to be 4x4. One is going to be 3.5 by 3.5. Yes, I'm going to make one 3 by 3. Yes, I know I'm making more scraps. And this is going to be a 2.5 by a 2.5. Yes, so we have small little squares. I need to think now because what we need to do is fold them up. You need to fold them. My brain is trying to work it out and trying to remember how this works. Into like 4. Yes. And then you need to fold them into a triangle. A triangle. Yes. If I cut it now, I'm going to have 4 big petals. I think I want to have an extra one, which means I am also going to fold it up one more time. I'm going to fold it up one more time. Are you? No, I'm going to keep it as is. Keep it as is. Guys, this is the folded line. Yes, this is the open line. This is the bottom. This is where everything opens up. This is the bottom. I have no clue if this will work. I'm going to take out my scissors, just freestyle. I'm going to cut like a moon shape. Like a moon. Oh my gosh, so many heavy papers now. Like a moon shape. Now hopefully they're still attached. That is the thing. They need to be still attached. Oh my gosh, that's going to be a big flower. Big flower. Do they open up? Do I have 4. Ta-da! It is cool, right? Yeah. Then the other one. I'm going to make this into another shape. Now it's automatically smaller because we made the sizes 1/2 inches smaller. And I'm going to fold it up one more time. Because I think you have one extra then. I do not know. I'm going to leave it like this. This might be completely off. And I'm going to sort of cut this shape. Did we do it right? I think so. This might be 5 or 6 or 17. Who knows? Oh goodness, I cut it in half. That's quite alright because that's why they invented glue. Yeah, I have 2 pieces now. And even overlap a little bit. Okay. Then this one. I don't know if I like that one. I might replace it. And there we go. Num, 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 num. I'm going to do a little squiggly, 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 squiggly. That's, well, you try to do the squiggly, but that didn't really work now, did it? Squiggly. Oh, it actually looks fun. Hopefully I didn't cut it. No. Oh yeah, that's fun. Oh my god, that's so much fun. Yeah. Big flower. What are you going to do with this one? I think I'm going to end with what we did there. It's a big one. Yeah, I started with 4 inches. I think the best thing to do is to start with 3 inches. Big flower. And this is going to be another one of those. Don't cut at the bottom, Lars. If you cut at the bottom, that's what I did with that one, you will cut them all apart. I'm going to replace this one. I'm going to do something with this one. I don't like it. So what was this size? Well, it's the size that I want. 3 and something. Yes. Didn't like this. Oh, I have another one here, so there you go. Wasn't a real square. See that? That's the bottom part. I'm not going to cut all the way to the bottom, but I am going to do sort of a shape in it. Yes, that is cool. Ooh, it looks like leaves now. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is perfect. This is actually a Christmas project, right? Yeah, it is. Let's first decide what you want to put through. Do I have something bright pink? I have this that says I love shopping. I'm just gonna do it. Why? Because that's just fun. Sounds like fun. Do you not have another bright pink one? I'm not gonna do the I love shopping, honestly. That's just ridiculous, love. You have something else that's probably brighter pink. Yes, this one. Awesome. Oh, look at that. Well, Christmas ornament. Oh my gosh, I think it's cool. I love it. I think I have one more idea. I took out old book pages and I did use my circle punch. Yes, they don't need to be all round, lovies. You could do the wonky. If you want to do the wonky, do the wonky. I've used a 2.5 inch. I think I have 8 of these. Yeah, and I am going to, because they're just plain book pages, they're old ones, they're very old book pages. I'm going to add a little bit of color just around the edges. I have chosen crushed olive. Is that enough color for you? I think I'm going to do different colors. Are you? Yes. Peel paint. They're all going to be green, but they're all going to be different. Just a little bit around the edges. Yes, and horse moss. See, that one's a little bit wonky. My paper trim, I wanted to eat it. Do we have another color? Yeah, I have shabby shutters, rustic wilderness, and oh my goodness, twisted citron. That is scary. Oh, it's a lovely color though. I think for the flowers it'll be lovely. I'm going to do another one in this color. Just a little bit around the edges. Now you could also, I think you can also do this if you use different sizes of punches. But I'm thinking I'm going to do them all the same. Another forest moss. Add a bit around the edges. And one more peel paint. I have green fingers now. Yeah, that means in the Netherlands, if you have green fingers, I don't know if that's the same saying all over the world, that you're very good with plants. No, not me. Yeah, plastic ones. Plastic ones, amazing. Okay. Oh, which one goes where? It's on the side slope. it is on the sides. Okay, so I have, well, different ones of these. Yeah. First off, I'm going to line them. Are you going to line them all up? Yeah. Put my finger in the center, hoping this goes well. I want scissors. I'm going to cut towards the center, not all the way in the center. First, I'm going to cut them in like 4/4. Yes. And then I'm just going to cut small petal thingies. Just in all of them. Don't cut them off. They need to make a circle. That was my finger. There's also a piece of finger in the back, love. Yes. Be careful, you need those. All of them? Well, preferably all of them. Again, probably a much easier, faster way to do this. But I'm doing it this. Yeah? Okay. I'm going to separate all of them first, because I do not want them to line up perfectly. The last one, 2, 4, 6, 8. Do we appreciate? Yeah. And then I'm going to build my sort of flower, trying to alternate between the colors. I'm going to end with that color. Yes. And we're going to mess it up. I love it. We're just going to mess it up. Keep everything together. I'll probably, let's first do this. Yeah. Now, if you accidentally rip a petal, that's quite right. You have enough, loves. You have enough. Try to make it in sort of a pom-pom. See, I ripped one, but that's quite right. We have enough. I think this would also work well if you do the inner parts with smaller ones. I want to add something big in the center, like a big button. Let's see if we can find in green. Yes, let's just do a green one. Look at that. No, that's too big. And also it's a shank button. That is a big one. But I actually want, oh, sort of an unusual one. This is a fabric one, but it's a little bit boring. Oh, look at the flower. I actually want it bigger. I think I like this one the best. Doesn't need anything underneath. I have a scrappy bit of gauze out. Basically perfect. Basically perfect. Okay, drip, there you go. Do your thing. Yeah, that is cool. Are you sure you don't want another button that is a little bit more of a color? That's also cool. Which one do you like better? Oh, you can tell me, but I'm not gonna hear you anyway. But please let me know. This one. I like this one, but it doesn't have enough color. I'm gonna do this one. Oops. A little bit of glue there for the gauze. First the gauze. Here we go. Yeah, and then Now you could put string through here, make a lovely bow on it, or do something to the button. I'm not going to, I'm just going to do this. Oh my gosh. Love it. It's so cute, right? I couldn't stop myself, guys, so I made a couple more off camera because I had more sort of ideas for, well, same sort of shape of a flower but different papers. Let me show you what else I did. Well, I did this one and I absolutely love it. I probably would not use it on a junk journal as it was Christmas. So I was thinking, let's make something similar to this but then more neutral. So I've used old magazine pages. Yes, I like it. The size is just a little bit too big for me. So note to self, just use smaller pieces of paper. Yeah, but it's really, really cool. Then this one was the last one that I did on camera and I really like it. Now I would probably use these sort of more bulky ones, these sort of 3D ones on the top of a journal. And the flat ones inside of a journal. I wanted to make a neutral one. I did. Yeah, and I like it. But it was dull. So I put in like a bright, colorful button to make it just lovely. Now, this is probably my sort of favorite idea of making the flower. So I made another neutral one. Then I was thinking, why neutral? I found this button. The button is glorious. So I was searching for a piece of paper that went perfectly with it, and I did. Isn't it amazing? Just love it. The button is huge. It's a very big button. I've had it in my stash for a long time. I was like, when am I ever going to use such a big button? Well, there you go. There you go. These were my least favorite. They're probably the easiest to make. Just cut out circles and just glue them in another circle. I don't know. I don't know. I enjoy more this idea. Sort of same principle, guys. Just cut a piece, just take your circle punch circles, and then instead of just gluing them like this, just make a fold in the middle, and I don't know, it just adds a little bit more, right? We also, of course, made the big one. Then I was thinking, stack them. I did. I don't know. I like them better separately. Yeah, and I also made one more of these scrunched, grungy ones, and I've used beautiful music paper, a little bit of aged mahogany, and a black and white gingham brad. Yeah, so I have a beautiful flower collection now. Love them. What would you use them for? Well, on projects for junk journals, but also if you're a card maker, scrapbooker, whatever, you have probably been making these flowers since 1987. Honestly, guys, I'm always late to the party. So yeah, I am so sorry for trying to teach you something that you probably already know. Guys, that's it for me for today, and also for Scraptember. Now, September isn't over yet because there's going to be another video tomorrow from Tony, so be on the lookout for this. Tony is closing this month off with the last video for Scraptember. I'll be back again this Wednesday, October 1st. New month. What am I going to do in a new month? Are you going to do another collaboration or a challenge or... Nope. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. I'm really looking forward to it. Just, let my creativity flow and do whatever I want. Each video is going to be different. However, the lovely Tony is going to do Halloween every day. Oh my goodness. The woman's just, she's a machine. She's doing Halloween every day. If you're into Halloween, be sure to check her out. Speaking of Halloween, you guys been asking me, are you going to do Halloween? Do you have a Halloween kit? No, loves, I am very sorry. I am Dutch. In the Netherlands, we don't celebrate Halloween. Well, maybe they do now a little bit, but it's not a Dutch holiday at all. So I'm not touching Halloween. I will have a new digital kit. Yes, this Wednesday with a freebie. It is not Halloween. However, it's a little bit darker and grungy, but also still lovely. I'm hoping you'll like it. Yeah, so I'll be back again this Wednesday with a kit, a freebie, and a new video on whatever. Let's find out. Thank you for hanging out with me, guys, and I'll see you this Wednesday. Until then, bye.